Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Wally as my co-host. We will go through the game Man United, Nottingham Forest 2-2, playing on City ground in Nottingham. It was a even game. I think the players weren't up for it. There were a lot of duels. Nottingham Forest and especially Elliot Anderson had a brilliant game. And, we were up 1-0 at halftime. They scored 2 goals in about, I think it was 90 seconds in the beginning of the second half. But we saved the point with Ahmad Diallo scoring a beautiful goal on a rebound from a corner kick. So Stu and I will break down the game. We will talk about the game. See, a lot of people have tuned in already. So guys, get your comments in so I know that you are here and we'll shout you out after the intro. And guys, remember, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time, and hit that notification bell. So see you in a sec, guys. Boom, 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 and we are live. It's Saturday night. It's a match roundup for the Saturday, and we played against Nottingham Forest. Unfortunately, we couldn't go for the fourth back-to-back win. It ended with a draw. You saw the results too. Were you surprised that we didn't win the game? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, bud. I am surprised, because I was ultra confident we would win the game today. So it was really frustrating. Obviously, we were playing at the same time. So I was trying to see what was happening at half time, and the gaffer was chucking stuff at me because I was looking at my phone, which wasn't good. And yes, but I was having a quick look. I thought, we got him 1-0. But the United app was saying it didn't tell the full tale of the game. The United app was saying that Anderson was absolutely a monster today, absolutely brilliant. Gibbs White was a problem for us. Hudson-Odoi was a problem for us. Is it Savo who got the goal? Savo, or whatever his name is, who got the goal. Morello had one of his fucking best performances in the fucking season, as per usual. He always fucking does against us, doesn't he?
Yes.
And we just couldn't cope with their free-flowing football in the middle. And it's amazing to say that with Sean Dyche, isn't it? Because he's not renowned for free.
Dyche.
Yes, Sean Dyche, not renowned for free-flowing football. So, but I think we need to put a bit of perspective actually on the results and perhaps on the performance, and our disappointment of a draw tells you how far we've come as a team, because we would have lost that game last season quite comfortably. We wouldn't have recovered. We would have lost 2-1, 3-1. No problem at all. We wouldn't have recovered. They scored 2 quick goals last season. We didn't recover. They scored 2 quick goals, and we could have gone on and won the game in the dying embers if Sesko had got his shooting boots on. But ultimately, a point is going to be okay for us. I think they're going to cause teams a few more problems. Tottenham, by all accounts, were woeful today as well. So we're away at Tottenham next weekend. So maybe before the internet, I think we got the international break, haven't we, in November again?
Yeah, there's one game left. It's Spurs, and then it's an international break. Well, I think it's a short one. It's just 1 week, and we are back again. Yeah.
So with Tottenham losing today against Chelsea, I wouldn't be too disappointed overall. Like I say, I think we would have lost that game last season. So we've come, a not a long way, but we've come a short way. And you can see, what we're trying to do. So all in all, disappointed, but all in all, okay as well. Strange, I know.
Yes. Before we head, I want to show the Premier League table. We are 10 games in, so we can start looking at it right now. I just want to say hi to the people who have tuned in. Catherine, No Nonsense McDade. We have Irish Pit Terrier. I think that's Danny B. We have I Am Titanium, Bilal coming in. Defenders should have communicated more for that second goal. Yes, we will go through that goal. We will go through every goal. I have footage. We will bring up the tactical board and do some analysis of the game as usual. Sean is in the building. Big up, Sean, coming in and say, anyone still prefer any Martinez?
I've not seen the error,
no.
But we hear it's an error. Yeah, I've not seen that yet. Oh, Sanchit's come in. Shanti with
Sanchit's coming in with a super chat.
What a legend.
Perfect. That's perfect. And then we can play the new super chat tune.
Yeah. Sanchit can have the OGs today, bless him. The OGs. Thank you, Sanchit. You're an absolute legend. You do look after us on this channel. Absolutely superb. Hola, ¿cómo está? Says Sanchit. The players showed heart, however, the manager did not. Why no attacking subs? I'm really confused. Players on the bench for what? Good point. In-game management, was it any good today? I don't know. Difficult to say. Was there an element of trust in the players that have gone and done well over the last couple of games? Probably. Me and Jarvis both predicted Manchester United wouldn't change the starting 11. We're proven correct on that occasion. But having said that, we still came away with a draw, and so we've got to take small. Football's about winning games, correct? Frank at the United Strand now is probably crying somewhere.
Yes.
In some kind of beer tonight, probably thinking, why not say unbeaten in 5 games? But he didn't.
Well, he can't change the rules now. It's out.
He can't change the rules.
He has to win 5 in a row for him to cut his hair. That's the name of the game. So
no, well, that's it, and it all starts again. So look, let's just. I don't know where we are in it. You got the table. Where are we in the table?
Yes. I want to bring up the table, but first of all, I just want to add this to add some context to what Sanchit is saying. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Rúben Amorim came in the presser and he said we have a lot of quality on the bench, but sometimes I had the feeling that if I stop the game all the time, I'm going to break something, and I think we were improving during the second half. So my feelings was not to change anything in the guys in front. We have the talent there. So we actually addressed this when it came to his subs. But I also in our group chat, with Mark and Stu and the guys, also said that maybe we should try to change things up and do something in the front three.
Yes.
I was actually thinking Sesko had a poor game today. We started well the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but then he went invisible, I would say, more or less. And because of that, I thought maybe we could try Mason Mount to help out, contribute a little bit more in the midfield, and probably move Cunha and Mbumo to interchange in the number 9 position. But he didn't, and maybe he was right. We equalized 2-2, and we could have won it at the end. Ahmad had a really big chance. I think it was in the 92nd minute. It was saved on the line by Murillo.
Yeah, Murillo. That's the typical. 9 times out of 10, Murillo doesn't make that save. So he just did it last year to us, didn't he? Did it again. Gibbs White had a massive effect on the game last season. Has an effect on the game again today. So I'm with you on that one. You've got to make changes. Bring Sesko off. Put Mount on. Unsettle him at the back. Unsettle Murillo, in particular at the back. and we didn't do that. So I'm with you on that one.
No, we couldn't. We couldn't. I just want to say hi to everybody before we go to the look at the Premier League table. We have Red Devil Radar coming in. Big up Boxing Unfiltered. Sanshit is here. Obi, big up Jay. I hope you're well.
Jay.
Johnny Remote coming in. Evening all. It was a frustrating performance, but overall, I do think hours later that we didn't play well, but we didn't lose, and that's encouraging. Yeah. 2 set piece goals. We are decently placed. Yes, I think that's a mature way to looking at it. Yeah. Let's see who else. Did I forget anyone? No, I don't think so.
Sean's in as well. Bilal's in. Irish Pit Terrier.
Yeah, Danny B. That's Danny B, I believe. Yeah.
That's Danny B now, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I get confused.
Yes, me too. France is in the house, coming in and say, what stopped Rúben subbing Sesko for Xerxes at half-time? Yes.
It's a great question. Great question.
But basically, Rúben Amorim is saying in this quote that he don't trust his bench.
Yes, he is saying that.
Interpret that way. He trusts his place on the pitch and not.
He's trying to put a positive spin. It's PR on how I don't trust the players on the bench, and that's what it is. But there's one big problem for us now, Jarvis. Elliot Anderson is going to cost us more than 70 million quid. Or whoever wants him.
I will say Elliot Anderson today. What a performance!
Yes,
I'm sold. I saw what he could do, and I was worried about the passing ability, but he switched play all the time. He had brilliant through balls, and the work rate, and the non-nonsense mentality, never giving up. He was bullying Bruno and Casemiro at times.
I think so. Yeah, he popped in a 30-yard pass, didn't he, or 35-yard pass for the opening goal, or the opening phase of their opening goal. On the button as well. Very
young Roy Keane. Yeah, I see the similarities, and it's Bath time who was always waxed lyricals about Elliot Anderson.
He did. He
got Bath time if you're watching. Yeah,
Anderson and Wharton.
And by the way, on the preview we had Cass coming on as a guest, and Cass, he was pretty much spot on. He called it. He said that Nottingham Forest was weak in the air, and their centre backs couldn't win any headers. And he scored 2 goals on corner kicks, and especially the first one with Casemiro, that's an out and out header, just won the duel. So big up to Cass. He knows his football. Yeah,
but we also conceded poorly.
Yeah, we did.
Two headers, a phase of play. Gibbs White's straight header, and then the Savo goal, the header down. I know it was a little bit of a ricochet, but he took his chance, didn't he? And he scored. So
yes, he did. Let's have a look at the table, the current standing of the Premier League. Liverpool is still playing. I think they're 1-0 up. Yes, so you see it's a live table, and I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I should try to enhance it a little bit, just a whisk. Yeah. So if you look at the top, Arsenal is still leading, 25 points. Bournemouth second, Liverpool in third.
Big nod to Gabriel. Big nod to Gabriel, please.
Yes, your captain, FPL captain.
He's been my captain all season.
He's been doing that, but he's the centerpiece of their defense, and with only 3 goals conceded, I would say it's actually a good.
Do you know when you started following English football, old friends?
Yeah.
Remember the old 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Tony Adams, Steve Bold.
Yeah. Nigel Winterburn.
Leaderson, yes. And Seaman in goal.
David Seaman in goal, yeah.
David Seaman,
and that's what's happening now. Arsenal have developed. He's changed the way that he plays to not concede first and foremost, and then say to the lads, hey, please don't concede. It's up to you to go ahead and score. Declan Rice is starting to come into form, isn't he? Yeah. Scored me well today. Sander Berge scored me okay today, by the way. I just not mentioned.
Yeah, he did okay. Sander Berge, they won the game 3-0, I believe, against the Wolves. 10-men Wolves. Again, Wolves looks terrible, and they are fighting relegation.
They're in real trouble.
2 draws, 8 losses in 10 games, 2 points. They are going down, definitely.
So what's the worst that can happen then to us this weekend then, old friend? We've got City playing tomorrow. We've got Sunderland playing tomorrow. Who else is playing this? Palace.
When you look at it, we are 7th in the league right now. And, we are well.
So it's only Manchester City. So the worst we can end up is 8th, isn't it? Is that correct?
But, if you look at the points, from 10th, you have 15 points up to second place is 18 points. So it's a tight race. Anything can happen.
Great race. Yeah, it's a great race. It's nice to see. Nice to see.
It's nice to see, and we still have +1 in goal difference. So yeah,
we do. Villa, Villa are a goal down, aren't they?
But when you look at the next game, Spurs, that will be a very, very important game for us to win. At least not lose that game. A draw, it's acceptable, but we can't lose that game. Then we are.
Well, Spurs have lost 2 in the last 3. Yeah, Spurs have lost 2 in the last 3. We've won 3 and drawn 1 in the last 4. So Spurs are 2+2, and we're 3+1 or -1 with a draw.
Did I just remove a comment? Sorry, no, I didn't. Lawrence Burry coming in and say disappointed but not surprised. Big up, lads. Big up, Lawrence. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we also have the legend Roshmano in the house.
The Rush. We love you, Rushy. We love you.
Yeah, coming in with his thoughts. They say I thought today was a decent result away with positives. We didn't crumble and we had chances to win. Indeed, we had. But I always try to be the devil's advocate. I try to look at things that could have been changed, what could have been done better, and for me, when analyzing the game, nothing unexpected, coming from Sean Dyche. Yes, nothing unexpected. It was schooling, hard work, direct play. Not as many long balls as I was expecting, but it was a lot of direct play, even though they played through Elliot Anderson a lot of the times. Yeah. They were going forward. They were utilizing their winger. So yeah, we can just bring up the tactical board.
Yeah, look, I think you've got to put a bit of credit attached to the way that Forest played. Gibbs White played with a freedom and put the fear of God into Bruno.
Gibbs White was brilliant, but I would say I think the game was lost for us on the right side because I think Nico Williams, Murillo, Anderson, they took good care of Ahmad and Bumo. They weren't as we are getting used to. Being there.
We were hurt on the left as well. We were hurt on both our flanks.
Yeah. But I think Lenny Yoro didn't contribute enough going forward. No. Also Casemiro, I think they struggled. I think they were a little bit outnumbered not because outnumbered, but Anderson was all over the place. I think he dominated them at times. And, I see a lot of people say that Casemiro had a good game. Mark was actually saying Casemiro had a good game. And Bruno also get a good grade after the game. He had an assist. But for me, I think Forest played through our central area a lot of the times because of their placement on the pitch. I think Bruno was a little bit too high. He went out left. And I think Casemiro was a little bit too deep and he was caught flat-footed a lot of the time. He weren't on the front foot jumping out. He was like standing there and they just run past him a couple of times. And I don't like it. I see the central of our midfield to be the team's biggest weakness at times when we are put under pressure. So I think we need to sign at least 2 midfielders, and we should get one in January. Try to fix this. I'm not happy with how we look at times.
Well spotted, all friends, because you kind of took the words out of my mouth. Discipline.
Yeah.
That's where we weren't at today. We're disciplined against Liverpool. We were disciplined in the last couple of matches. We weren't disciplined today. Casemiro was too deep for me. Should have been a little bit higher, but not as high as Bruno. He should have stayed very, very central. Once we got the goal and we got one up, I don't know why we switched off. I don't know what was said at half time. and what the players' attitude when they came out at half time was. But when you go in at half time, you're 1-0 up against a robust. I'm going to call Forest robust because I think they were very robust. I think Sean Dyche has done an absolute miraculous job in a short period of time. I think he's played 3 games and won 2, hasn't he? I know that we're beaten heavily on his first outing, but he's got them on the training ground. He's probably gone to these lads and said, "Look, I'm old school. You're going to have to play old school football for the time being until we can develop a flavour that suits you and suits me. What I'm comfortable with and what you're comfortable with." And Casemiro, for me, should have been a bit more stringent on where he was. And going back to that initial way that he played against Liverpool, where he's, was scanning the midfield better. Positional play was better. He was talking and communicating better with Bruno, better with Mbeumo, and better with Cunha. And I didn't see any of that today. I saw a disjointment between Casemiro, Bruno, Cunha, and Mbeumo. I'm going to bite Ahmad a little bit. I shouldn't, because he got the equalizer. But I think up until that point, he was non-existent. And sometimes, Jarvis, where you make the case for 2 left-footers on the right-hand side, I think today made my case. It
didn't work. No, it didn't work.
So,
but why didn't it work? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why didn't it work?
For me, and I shouldn't say it, but for me, Elliot Anderson was where you produced Elliot Anderson, and when we talk about a young Roy Keane, he goes in and he disrupted us today. That one single player was on a mission to disrupt us, backed up by Gibbs White and backed up by Hudson-Odoi, because I thought Hudson-Odoi was great. I wasn't too convinced of is it Jesus, whatever you want to call him?
Douglas Luiz.
Oh, sorry, Douglas Luiz was okay.
Igor.
I was on about Igor. I thought Douglas Luiz was okay today, but Anderson was the linchpin. Dyche has gone to him and said, "Go and make a name for yourself." Dyche isn't stupid. He's not an idiot. He's not a fool.
No.
Sean Dyche. He's been in the game way, way, way too long. Anderson's no mug either.
No.
We agreed
that's coming in with the positives. As I say, last season we have lost this game, so we are improving. For me, I'm not sitting here trying to criticize the team too much. But when I look at it, I look at it from a tactical perspective and what could have been done better. And I think how the pivot actually works, I think we could have done it differently, because a lot of the times Bruno was eager to, especially on long balls from the goalkeeper, goal kicks, the physical battle in midfield with Bruno, with Casemiro, Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko, we didn't win them. But we need to be better on the second balls. We need to be more. Let's say if the ball is with Anderson here, with the duel with Bruno, okay, Casemiro can't stand here flat-footed. He needs to be involved. He needs to be aggressive. Maybe sometimes you just need to read the game and vacate your space just to pick up the second ball. But if you don't, if he just stands here, let's say Anderson win the ball and plays the ball to, let's say Gibbs White, get it here. It's so hard for Casemiro because the space up to Gibbs White is too much. He can't close the gap. So often of the time, he just needs to stand there, try to read the game and push them right or left. But, it's very hard when you don't have the agility as he used to, like a 25-year-old. So often he gets caught in situations like that. And I also have some footage I can show you guys
just before you go into that. Before you go into that, if you just put that board back up, that is the reason why you don't play a double pivot against Forest. You always play a single pivot, and you allow yourself that manoeuvre in that room. Here's the thing about being overpowered in midfield. A lot of guys, devilish tacticos will know this. You have to take yourself. If you can't win a physical battle, remove yourself from it. And people say, "What do you mean remove yourself from it? Play smarter." If you know Anderson's going to be at you and just play away from him, don't play into his area. Play away from his area. Get the ball moving out to Cunha. Get Cunha to run it because he's more physical than me. If you're tired in a game, as you quite rightly say, Jarvis, hold your position and then make your decision. Make Gibbs White make a decision, make Anderson make a decision, make Jesus make a decision. And we weren't doing that today, but in previous games we have. There was a couple of clips with Cunha today that I saw that he came across to the right, out-muscled Nico Williams on a couple of occasions. I think our second goal came from that. I think he started out on the right. Cunha won the ball from the right and a couple of quick interchanges. And then we got a corner out of it or something along those lines. So look, ultimately, that's how you play aggressive midfielders. Somebody like me, I love to go toe-to-toe. I'd have gone toe-to-toe with Anderson today, and everything you give in your back, mate.
But it's not that easy, going toe-to-toe to Anderson. He's a brilliant player, and his pace, his aggression,
but you don't play his game. You play
all the time.
Yeah, if you play your game against him rather than his game, so don't try and when you go toe-to-toe with a player, don't try and mimic what they do. Decide yourself how you're going to do it and stop him. Vinnie Jones, people take the piss out of Vinnie Jones, as much as they like, and it's probably not the best example. But if he couldn't play you against football, it just fucking kicked the shit out of you. Now, sometimes in football, you have to do that. Modern day football doesn't allow it, by the way, and they won't do it. They don't like it. And we don't do that. We don't have that mentality either in our team to be able to do that. So, but what you're talking about, the way that Anderson moved, he's got that aggression in him, and Casemiro struggled. Yes, you go into a 32-year-old against how old's Anderson? 20? How old is he? 24?
I don't know. But we talked about Anderson the other day. I think he's 24. But we talked about him, and the price, 100 to 120 million pounds. After today's performance,
still too much money for me.
It's still too much, but if he keeps this up this season, maybe he's the best Premier League midfielder, and then he's definitely worth 100 millions.
Well, therein lies the problem, Jarvis. Unfortunately, old friend, but therein lies the problem. But yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment it's a hype around him. But I just want to show you guys what I mean about the midfield. This is from a goal kick from Sene Lammens. We got to break it up, just play 2-3 seconds at a time, but I will go through it. So you see there's a lot of dueling going on, and at this moment, number 30, that's Sesko. He's on Elliot Anderson, but he's way too sloppy. He's giving him too much space in a situation like this, and this is by far one of the reasons why I think Nottingham Forest didn't lose the game today, because of duels like this. This is moments where we need to be super tight. We can't give them half a yard as Sesko is doing here, and then. So let's just do it like this. So you see here, Elliot Anderson, he actually turns with the ball and play through. And this is what I'm aiming at. Look at Bruno. Bruno gets caught, and Casemiro stands flat-footed. So again, they just play through our central area of the pitch. That easy.
Yeah, I mean, Casemiro is guilty of assumption, unfortunately, there. He's
trying to read the game, but, he's not quick enough.
He's assuming that Sesko or Bruno will tackle Anderson, and you can't do that. But equally, you don't want to move into Anderson's oncoming space, because if he takes 3 players out, which he did, by the way, therein lies an issue. And you got, was it Jesus, I think, wasn't it? That was the recipient of the ball. So you're absolutely right. But Anderson shouldn't have even got a close to turning in there.
No, and that's there lies the problem. Yeah. But again, look at Bruno. Little bit. Look at the distance between Bruno. You can't even see Casemiro in the picture, and Elliot Anderson just turns on Sesko, and
Well, the reason Anderson gets a turn on is because when you look at the original play, Jarvis, when you got Anderson's goes back to Sesko, just look at Sesko's positioning, and you'll see. You've heard me talk about a lot, haven't you? Position at the rear of crikey. Be careful how I put this. Positioning when you're allowing a player to back into you or shield the ball. So if you just play it on,
Okay, like from here.
So it's easy. It's easy
Yeah.
for Anderson because Anderson's
Soft.
already turning and Sesko's dragging his left foot. The interesting thing before was Mbumo was being slightly wrestled as well, and he was being right at the very beginning of the clip. So you won't have seen what went on before, and that's the first time I've seen Mbumo be a bit weak in trying to wrestle off his player.
It's Milenkovic, the centre back. He's a brilliant centre back. Yeah,
that's
really good centre back.
And so that was unusual for Mbumo. But you're right. Once he gets out of here, look at the run in the middle. He's got an easy pass if he wants right by the player, right by the referee. He's got an easy pass to the right or left of the ref.
Yes.
Or he could pop it off.
But this is where the problem lies with the single pivot with Casemiro in situations like this.
He's got four areas there, but there's a reason that they've got that is because Diallo's nowhere to be seen at this point. Sorry, Shaw, I apologise, and Diallo were nowhere to be seen at that point.
Yeah.
Where is Diallo? Where's he on the pitch at that point? How tight is he? He's not tight. You might suggest that we can't see a Diallo here, that he is in quite a good position, but I don't think so. I think for me. I think for me that you're right. I think Casemiro didn't have his greatest game today. It was way too quick for him, unfortunately today, and we didn't help him there.
He has his weaknesses, so we know Casemiro. He can be brilliant, but he needs help. We can't keep exposing him like this. This is Ten Hag ball, I see how we expose Casemiro. It's not good. It's not good. And this is why I said maybe we should have just dropped Sesko and played Mason Mount. Be more fluid and have that extra guy. Because if that was Mount pushing on Elliot Anderson, he wouldn't let him turn with the ball. He would have just dragged him down and gave him a free kick. But you can't let players do like this because you take us off balance.
Well, Anderson ran 10 yards with the ball, didn't he, freely? After he gets around Sesko, he runs 10 yards. You notice, though, where he was quite clever as well, he didn't go into Casemiro's zone.
No.
He made that decision. Casemiro kind of made him make a decision, and he got away with it.
So,
I'm not saying Casemiro got himself a glory
interesting clip, and I just want to point this out. And here you actually see Luke Shaw and Gibbs White. He says actually a little bit higher, but it's not quick enough. I think Luke Shaw had a brilliant game today. I think it was one of our best defenders.
Well. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah. He's looking good. I think I'm almost hesitant to say it. I am. I don't know.
You don't want to get disappointed again because we know there's always the chance of an injury and a long-term injury. So. He could quickly happen, and then he's out for the rest of Christmas and January, and he comes back and gets injured again. And, the merry goes around with Luke Shaw. So,
let's hope not.
Let's just hope he can stay injury-free until Lisandro Martinez is back and up and running. So we have a backup. I have another clip here. There's so many good comments. I just want to read them out afterwards. But this is also when the ball comes long from Sene Lamens, and Cunha in the duel loses the duel against I think it's Milenkovic again.
Yeah, it is Milenkovic
winning the battles. And you see here in the right corner, Bruno is going up against I think it's Hudson-Odoi. And again, the distance here between Bruno and Casemiro isn't that big, but again we exposes this area in front of Casemiro. So what is Casemiro supposed to do in this situation?
I'm okay with that, though.
Yes, one man here. Again, same situation.
Yeah, but
Bruno is out of position.
I'm okay with that area. Cut it back a bit. Bruno should have been in on Gibbs White for the header. That's where that unfolds. If you go back, if you watch there, look at him. What are you doing? At least,
but is that Bruno's responsibility?
Well, when the ball's in your catchment area within your zone where he is, absolutely. Get up there.
Okay.
Go for it. Gibbs White's nice little movement then into into Anderson. But really, can you?
But if you look at it, if you can count, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and we only have 2 guys. Casemiro is behind here.
Yeah, well,
So
we're playing
again,
at the back. So
again, we are a little bit because of look how they set up like almost a diamond shape centrally with Gibbs White higher, Elliot Anderson a little bit deeper, and they tuck in the wingers in the midfield 4. So again, they are outnumbered because our pivot isn't getting the help needed, the necessary help to win the battles. And you know, I think this was one of the reasons. I think the distance are too far.
Again,
We need to be more compact in situations like this. And you know, you got to keep in mind this is a goal kick.
Yeah, but
why aren't we compressed in a high space?
in an okay position. When you look at the header, when you look at that Gibbs White is allowed to drop the header in. If he was challenged, we're not in that bad a position. We're quite compact, really, but we don't know. I can't see. I mean, Ahmad's slightly out of position now, and I don't know where Diallo is here. But our back three are in a nice compact position. I don't mind that. Yoro can come down and take it. I don't mind that. If Diallo can sweep across, so I don't mind that so much. The problem is that it does always come from an error, and it's Cunha against Milinkovic instead of Sesko, and it's Bruno not going for the header against Gibbs White. That then allows this to move. Just imagine,
but, you know, when it happens time after time, it's not just a coincidence.
No, it's not coincidence.
At least for me, because the data tells differently.
Yeah, but imagine Bruno takes it, wins the header, or at least puts off Gibbs White. We're like I say, we're actually okay in that phase of play.
Yeah,
it doesn't look it, but we are quite compact. Again, I don't know where Diallo is, so
it's nowhere to be seen. You know, Diallo had a terrible game. Yeah. Well, same again. I want one of the centre backs to move up besides Casemiro and be the helping guy. You know, and this is where lies the problem for me when it comes to this. So, and also Bruno. You know, we can sit here and complain about Bruno, but you know, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to say there's a structural weakness in how we are set up.
You on a kind of on an athletic midfield, absolutely. On a non-athletic midfield, we're able to contain them. So it's a funny one, really. But today we weren't kind of at that races at that particular time for me.
But again, look at this big gap, and this, as I mentioned, it reminds me of the Ten Hag days again. And I don't want to see this. This is not how I want us to be. More mid-block, more compact, and better shaped defensively in situations like this.
But again, on that, you're not necessarily in the worst position because you're forcing them to run with it at pace. And Yoro really should be able to control that. De Ligt should be able to control it, so should Shaw. Should be able to control it. I'm not saying they will or did, but should be able to control it. But I mean, Bruno, to be fair, Casemiro against Liverpool wasn't actually that high up. He would have been slightly back. But it's Laman's kick, as you say. What you're disappointed about is it's come directly from a Laman's kick. It's one header, two headers, and they're in. They've sprung. Yeah, they've sprung on three passages of play. Milinkovic, Gibbs White, Anderson, bang. So that I get, and I understand that, and I agree with you.
Yeah. You know, I don't have all the answers when it comes to analyzing football. This is just what I see, and you know, I'm trying to put it out there for you guys. I didn't see a lot of people talking about this and how we should do it, and a lot of great knowledge in this community. You know,
this is the beauty about football, old friend, is that we can always. I mean, you always see. Different things during the game. That's the best part about football. You know, me and you aren't licensed coaches to the standard of Amorim and Deitch and all of those.
No UEFA license on my wall. No.
But you put
I played the game for 40 years, so at least I know the game.
Put a match in front of us, Jarvis, and we can talk about it. with a level of common sense because we understand it and we can see what's happening. So your point's right because it was a two headers into Anderson and a phase of play, but Bruno could have stopped it. Maybe, who knows?
Well, for me, I think Amorim should have done something at halftime.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure. I need to see the game again, but I think in the second half, I think we tried to be more compact centrally. Maybe we did something, but then we gave them space on both sides, so they started crossing, and that where they got their goals from, and then also they had several big chances on crosses. So again, you give something, you take something, and
no, I agree. And they crossed from all angles as well, which was good to see. We talk about it a lot, don't we? Crossing from all angles. Why is nobody ever talks about Euro?
I think Euro had a decent game today. Maybe I expected more from him offensively, but defensively, I think he's doing his job quite well. But as we talk about stepping into the midfield, maybe Euro needs to adapt and evolve his game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't see De Ligt step out as much. I think you could argue fairly if Maguire had been in there, Gibbs White doesn't score. But then again, Diallo was holding his dick, wasn't he, when Gibbs White scored? So, you tell me. I mean, but you could argue that. Look, there's a lot of if, buts and maybes about today's game.
It was. But, at the end of the day, Sean put in a comment and said it was about us losing the duels, and I think that's where
you're right.
We dropped 2 points.
Today you're right.
Yeah,
but again, it would have been 3 points last year, wouldn't it? So, maybe a point gained could be really important. That 1 point between fifth and sixth, or European, not Europe. I mean, we don't know that, pal.
No, talking about the 1 point, I think we sit on 17 points in 10 games, so that's averages 1.7 points a game, and for us, at the end of the season, if we times that by 38 games, I think we are about 64, 65 points if my calculations are right. So
friend
66.
I went 66.
Yeah. I think we are on 64 points. You have to be 1.7.
That's our average. Yeah, that's our average.
Yeah.
Look, anything can happen. We could, if we picked up 2 points today, who knows where it could take us? We don't know where we are. Come 15 games, Jarvis, we're having another conversation again, aren't we?
Right now, I feel we are where we should be.
I'm quite happy.
6th, 7th, we are in the race, but we are just a tiny bit behind the top 4, I believe.
I'd agree. I'd agree.
I think when we come to Christmas, I'm still 5th, 6th, 7th. I think that will be our ceiling this season.
That's a fair comment. I said 5th, didn't I? I thought we'd get 5th.
You did.
But who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
You thought 8, didn't you?
Tyrone actually comes in on X. Say like, comment, share, and subscribe if you can, guys. And it would be brilliant of you if you could just give us a share on X. So if you just press this link in the comment section and just press like and share on X. If you have an X account, if not, don't worry. Every hey, Trevor.
Trev says, evening, guys. Just out night with Lee Martin and Russell Beardsmore. David May, Sammy Mack. Oh, my God, Sammy Mack. Scored one of my favourite ever FA Cup goals.
Okay.
And Keith Gillespie. Have a wonderful stream. Catch you all on the next one. United. Trev, absolutely brilliant. Tell McElroy, your old mate, that's my favourite goal in the FA Cup.
McElroy.
Yes.
McElroy. I remember the
yeah, fantastic.
Yes,
yeah, flowing locks then, Sammy Mac. Flowing locks.
So, guys, this is the link to X. I think we are at the moment. We have three shares, so everything helps out. And if you haven't, please smash the like. I think we are on 21 likes, 22 likes. So guys, like the show. Let's go through the goals, Stu, and look at what happened. We can go through the first goal and what happened before that one. You know, it was a controversial episode, and I don't know what your take on it, but you know, the ref called a corner kick, calling the ball out because the linesman or the assistant referee put his flag up 60 yards away. He could clearly see the ball was out, but you know, as we can see on the pictures, it's not.
You have to go by the curvature of the ball, and if any part of the football, whether it's a micromillimeter, is on the line, it's effectively in
so
play.
Roughly this part of the ball is still inside the pitch.
Yeah, it's effectively in play. Now, everybody's split on this. If you listen to some people say it's out, some people say it's not. The actual contact patch is out, but that to me is in.
At least if the angles, you know, it's angles, but I think it's in. It's in.
But let me be clear about this. A linesman,
assistant referee
is on the opposite side of the pitch. Speed of play is never going to see that in a million years.
No,
he just isn't. He's going to see past the post, through the nets, the bulk of the football, and the bulk of the football's out. For me, the ball's in play, but who gives a fuck? Because it never goes our way. Nothing ever goes our way.
And you could actually see Sean Dice getting a little bit upset.
A bit angry, yeah.
Yes.
But Jarvis, you then put a cross in. Anything, who the hell is going to know or foresee Manchester United going to score off a corner? Let's be honest. You know, you can't foresee stuff like that. So, it's happened against us before, though. Was it a couple of years ago? Yes. The ball was in, and it was called out, and we scored a goal from it. I think it was Ahmad, wasn't it? It was Top. The ball was in. It was clearly proven to be in. The ref didn't give it. So, what a shame.
Yes. Well, you know, I'll take it. You know, and you know, it's actually a little bit sweeter, you know, because of this.
Yes,
football. Yes. Sometimes you get it against you. Sometimes it just goes for you. So, but on the following corner kick execute, I think it was Bruno who took the corner.
Yes, it was, and fantastic. It was a brilliant
header, but the quality here is terrible. You know,
I just want to point out one thing while you're doing this. By the way, how many times did Milenkovic foul Cunha and got away with it today? How many times? You know, things happen in football. You got to get up, brush yourself. That's it. Ganacho, Sean. Thank you, mate. Thank you, pal. You've got to go with it, haven't you? It's live. Yeah. Joel's good to see you, mate. I love this header. It's an absolute brilliant header. And do you know why it's so sweet? He's using our players to mask him. Absolutely fantastic. Almost hiding behind our players to get the run. Absolutely fantastic. The jump, perfect. And the cross, by the way, for that goal to go in, Jarvis, and whether Bruno meant it or not, I don't know. But the accuracy of that cross has to be 100%.
Big up, Jules.
It has to be correct. Otherwise, we don't score that goal. I really, really mean that. Fantastic header. Love it.
I just saw something. We missed the super chat.
Oh, no. Sorry. Who was it?
Sanchiv, the legend, came in again.
Sanchiv. Sorry, pal. So sorry, mate. So sorry. I hope you're still watching, and we apologise because we're not like that.
No, we're not trying to ignore you.
10 minutes going forward. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree on that. We needed fresh legs, and we could clearly see. But again, this is why I asked in the description of the show about the mentality of the players. Are we seeing the same Man United complacency? Now we have won 3 in a row. We can let our guard down a little bit. We go into the game feeling this will be an easy game against relegation fodder Nottingham Forest, who hasn't won a game since game week 1. And we come into the game and we start losing duels. It felt like the Grimsby game. They were out muscling us in every occasion, and we just took it. We weren't awake.
I don't think we were complacent today. I don't think we were awake. By the way, Jarvis, I don't think we're complacent. Sometimes you got to doff your cap to the opposition. Yeah, you have to. As much as it pains you to say, you got to doff your cap to the opposition. That young kid that Jarvis Cocker destroyed with the Jarvis chop. Okay, when he goes, if he's walking into my dressing room, I got to say, listen, mate, he made you look a fool, but you got to doff your cap to the player.
Yeah.
All right, learn from that. Learn from what he did, and it won't happen to you again. And sometimes we've raved about Elliot Anderson at the beginning of the show, didn't we? Raved about his passing ability,
we did.
running ability. And that's why I don't think complacency actually happened in this game. I think there was Anderson. I think there was Milinkovic. Hardly lost a header, did he, today? Kicked the shit out of Cunha, but hardly lost a header. Gibbs White scores his goal, running. Hudson-Odoi, pushing. Just on the odd occasion, I think sometimes you got to doff your cap to the opposition. I'm not saying Forest was superb today, but I think they disrupted us enough. And maybe you might just have to say, can he hit the crossbar? Whoa, can he hit the crossbar with a Jarvis chop? Who knows?
Yes, the crossbar challenge from Sean. Yeah. Did you see this?
No, I haven't. So I need to have a look at that. We do it occasionally, me and Lance, like a crossbar challenge. Just sometimes you got to look at the opposition and say, hey, what was it? So I'm not saying today is the day, but I'm just saying that maybe you could give Forest a bit of credit. Perhaps we could.
Yeah,
Tricky.
but I'm old school when it comes to this. I think players. I'm used to the old days and the 90s when we had Roy Keane, Paul Ince. We never no nonsense. They never let their guard down, and almost never. And that's why they were a champion team. Always winning games. And they were never out-muscled, out-fought by anyone. We had Pallister, Bruce, Mark Hughes, big guys, Cantona, taking no nonsense. And, why do we let Elliot Anderson bully us? Why didn't we just kick him down? And
those players don't exist anymore, buddy. I agree with you. And this is the biggest bugbear. You ask me what I hate about football, and I talk about modernism. Modernism comes with a bunch of girls. That's what football is. So if a player takes a picture with a fucking Alice band, all right, fair enough, that's up to him. He wants to get it. A fucking Alice band. Jesus, I've been ribbing him all game. Ponytail, ribbing him all game. Tights, ribbing him all game. Fucking gloves, ribbing him all game. Undershirt. Come on, mate. So, those just don't exist anymore. And it pains me, buddy. It pains me. When we talk about it, we have to talk about it. It upsets me more than anything about the game. I can cope with pink football boots. I can. I really can. I can cope with the newfangled footballs. I can cope with the new nets, what the new pitch is or whatever. But I can't, I'm like you, I can't accept, players who won't give it all the time, because that's what you should be there to do. That's what you're paid to do. But we don't have those standards anymore in football, I don't believe. No. I don't believe you don't walk into Liverpool and you've got Graham Souness. You wouldn't play like that with Graham Souness was in your team. Jan Molby, Alan Hansen, Mark Lawrenson, Paddy Jennings for Tottenham, Jimmy Greaves, Ozzy Ardiles wouldn't have allowed it. Ricky Villa, they were flair players, but they wouldn't have allowed it. Paul Gascoigne wouldn't have fucking allowed it. He was the biggest joker going. It just, what you're talking about there is the biggest disaster in professional football today.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree, Stu, but Jay comes in and say end of summer 2026, these current problems will be resolved, and he can't wait. So hopefully Ineos knows how to fix this, and
I hope
we
so,
will do
Joe.
the correct signings.
Yeah, I hope so, Joe.
Yeah. Still, it worries me a little bit. I think maybe Bruno will at least stay on for another year, and I can't
But
see
you're
us
not
signing more
talking
than
about
one
draws.
midfielder.
Yeah, John.
I think we will move slowly, but we
Yeah.
will move in the right direction.
To be fair, John, as much as your comment's right, that's not what Jarvis is talking about. He's just talking about an absolute inescapable will to win, a will to get that tackle in, will not to lose your jaws and that. And yeah, we did do a lot of game, and we did lose West Ham 95.
We
yeah,
did. We did.
We did. You know, Andy Cole still haunts him. You ask if you see Andy Cole, ask him about 95. He punch you in the face.
I didn't. Was it 2-2? The game ended.
Yeah.
And we lost the league on game week
Still
38.
Yeah, still haunts him today.
Yeah.
You know, but ultimately, the character isn't there anymore, is it? It just isn't there. So it's a great point, old friend. It's a great point.
Yeah, and you know, Stiller is a brilliant player, but you know, he's not Premier League proven. And if it's me and my hunch tells me that Ineos will go for Premier League proven just based on their track record so far. We can't afford to miss when it comes to this midfield signing. I think we need to be.
It's got to be right. It's got to be right. We can't afford to miss.
Right. Yeah.
I think Stiller will be a victim of that.
Stiller is too much of a gamble coming from
the
Bundesliga.
But I think he'll be a victim of that, Jarvis. I think you're right, mate.
Yeah. Yes, let's look at the goal. Because Stu, let me just.
Sky says 2 up.
Okay.
Grab them back.
So if you look at the momentum of the game, Stu, this is us in white. They are in red. So you see, it's an even game. 2-2 was a fair result when you look at the momentum and how chances were created and who had the upper hand in the play. And you see here, starting off the second half, there's a goal here from Morgan Gibbs-White, and 1 minute later, 2 minutes later, it's Savona scoring. Nicolo Savona.
Didn't I? Savona.
So how is it we can go out in the second half and not being awake for the first 10 minutes?
It happens. Football. I got vilified a few weeks ago saying you can't approach a game with it. Anything can happen in a game of football. Well, actually, you can, because it does. It proves it. Anything can happen at any given time in a game of football, and it takes one lapse of concentration. And didn't I cite Morgan Gibbs-White last season? If you remember, he got booked where he felt he was fouled, and he got up and he was fucking angry, wasn't he? Changed the game. Little did the referee know that when he booked Gibbs-White was so fucking angry, changed the game. Wayne Rooney, 2000s against Newcastle, absolutely berating the referee, turns around, volley, top corner, changes the game. These things can happen in a game of football. Something can happen that changes a game. And that's exactly what they thought. They thought to themselves, Sean Dyche probably said, you've got nothing to lose, but if you don't grab a goal back within the first 10 or 15 minutes, we will not win this game of football.
Yeah.
And he was right. He was right, because when you look at after that, when we recomposed ourselves and we took over the game again, and it was a little bit end to end at times, but we took over the game again, we became a more hard, a tougher to beat entity. But we were 2 goals down at that time. 1 goal down at that time. It was 2-1. So for us to get back and salvage the game, it did show a lot of character.
We did. But, going to do the Forest goals, Rúben Amorim talked about this, the first goal. And if you see the first Forest goal, it's a gamble. I want Ahmad playing in that position, but he's not the best one to defend crosses. We talked about this. Ahmad's weakness is defending the back post.
Yeah, you did.
Talking in as the extra. So this is by far his biggest weakness. He's not the biggest guy. You can't blame him. He plays in a position where we have to just hope that the opposition don't exploit it. So we need to stop those crosses coming in from our left over to Ahmad.
Absolutely right. Interesting his comment though. It's a gamble.
Mm.
So he knows. So he knows in the back of his mind, I'm risking a goal.
Yeah,
Amorim does. He knows he's risking a goal, so he's banking on.
But you know, Stu, I talked about this and tried to explain to people why he chooses Diallo on the left. He wants a more defensive player on the left because he wants to stop those crosses, because he knows the weakness of Ahmad on the other side.
But Diallo's not stopping crosses.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But you know, I think that's his train of thought.
Yeah, your train of thought, and that's what he's saying. I like the fact though that he's decided to come out and say, "Look, I'm aware of this. It's a gamble, but I've made the choice to take the gamble."
Yes,
I quite like that. I do. That says a lot about mentality that we didn't think he'd got, and it's true. But we suffered today by virtue of it. So
we did. But let's have a look at the goal. And you see here, it's Elliot Anderson, number 8, on the ball again with a brilliant shift of play.
Fantastic cross. Fantastic cross. Oh, Sanchez.
So in this position now, you see we have Diallo pushing out, not doing his job that he should have, and I think we are in a reasonably well position. We have Delict, Euro,
okay.
and Shaw
we're okay
in the right areas, and Casemiro patrolling the zone 14, as we talked about so many times. So in this instance, I feel that we are well. We look good. We look good. You agree?
Yeah, no, I'd be happy with that, Jarvis. Yeah, mate. Once you've done this, we must go to Sanchez super chat.
Okay, big up, Sanchez. Thank you.
Yeah, big up.
So the ball. Oh, you just got to stop it. You know, and I think you see here in this situation, Diallo is way too passive. He's way too passive. Why aren't you closing that gap? Is he afraid to get caught 1-on-1?
He is. He's identified. I don't know who it is who's got the ball, but he's identified a weakness on his left side, because that's the only reason you position yourself there and allow them to come in at you on their left foot. If he's weak with his left foot rather than pushing down the byline. For me though, I'm going straight in, bang, and I'm trying to crunch him. I'm going to hit him hard. When he turns back in on me, I'm going to hit him hard there for sure.
But defensively in central area, we look good. Maybe Casemiro
Yora's got Gibbs White there. No problem. It looks okay for me.
And the cross comes, and boom, they score. And you see here, it's Ahmad on the back post. You know, he's a little bit too weak in this duel.
He's very weak in that duel, and the thing is, his actual body position is okay until you realise instead what he's leaning into him nicely. If you circle it, he's leaning into him nicely. The difference is Gibbs White's a bit taller than it, well, not taller than him, but he's up a little bit higher and a bit quicker. So Ahmad didn't use as much of his body as he could, because if you lean into him, it's just a tackle. It's not a penalty. It's just a lean. Gibbs White's header, it was almost a 50-pence header. He didn't catch it brilliantly clean, but it kind of swerved off his head. I think he's caught it here, because it kind of swerved. If you see, it kind of swerved, didn't it? Off his head. It's a hit and hope cross for me. There you go. He's hit it here. He's hit it on the corner of his head. I don't know whether that's done Lamont or not. It's just kind of like bent into the far play. It's a poor goal anyway. It's just a poor goal. Right from the initial pass from Anderson, which was a fantastic ball, and Diallo was just too passive, too weak. It's a poor goal all round.
Yes. Unfortunately, they scored.
You can't defend that.
No.
Defending. That makes sense.
We gotta do this.
Oh, sorry.
We have a super chat from Sanchit coming in and say Mount, Mainu, Xerxes on the bench. If Amorim cannot bring them on I am super confused. I just see one explanation. Bye Mainu and Xerxes. And this is actually a great talking point. Why can't he play a player like Kobe Mainu? As I mentioned, we struggle with the midfield. We couldn't win the physical battles against Elliot Anderson, and I think Sesko was super poor today. One of the worst games I've seen so far from him. And when it comes to Mount, I think Mount just recovering from an injury and not 100% match fit. To
Yeah,
maybe you should get a couple of more minutes. I agree with that.
yeah. Difficult one. He clearly is something not clicking between either personalities, or he's not seeing things in training with Manu and Xerxes. Mount, I think I think there's an injury issue still. Maybe he's not 100% fit, Jarvis. I expect to see Mount to line up against Tottenham.
Yeah, and the thing with Mason Mount, we know he's injury prone, so
Correct.
why
And
push
I wonder
it?
if that's what they're doing. Yeah. So I expect to see. I expect to see them line up. Bilal's coming with super chat. We do have a fan, which is quite good. I do like a fan. Steve says United fans need to get some humility. All football fans need to get some humility, pal. Really, it's a great point, but we all do. We all see our club as the very, very best. I'd love to know your support. You're more than welcome in the chat, by the way. And the Devilish Tacticos, love to chat to you and that. And you're more than welcome to that. Again, every fan, we all. You have to have arrogance. That's why you support your team. But thanks for your comments, pal, and stay in the chat, mate. Please.
Big up, Stephen Lewis. Big up. Thank you for contributing into the chat. We're always open for debate.
We're not like any other channels. You're more than welcome, mate. Anytime you like, just drop in and come and say hello. Bilal, a point gained or 2 points dropped? I'm going to go with a point gained because, as I say, I think we lose that. Well, we do. We lost it last year. I think we lose it again. So I'm quite pleased.
When you look at it, if I said you used to 10 points out of the next 4, you would have taken it right away.
Oh, of course I would have.
Yeah. So we're not in a bad shape, but I felt that we could have won this game because it was just sloppy, conceding 2 goals in that.
They were very sloppy goals. Yeah, when we see the second goal. In particular, it was very sloppy, the second goal.
But when you look at it, I think Nottingham Forest deserved the point. So maybe they could have won it. So I'm on the fence, but let's say a point gained.
I think so. I think it's
yeah. And I think going away on City ground against Forest now on the Sean Dyche, it won't be easy because now they play the way they want to play.
There's going to be some teams who won't be coming away with a point. Trust me. You're going to see a different,
different Forest, yeah.
Yeah.
And I even think they won't go down. I think they will.
No, they won't.
Points now from going forward. This is the Sean Dyche specialty, saving teams. I think he will do well. What are the guys saying? I will get the second goal up. So
let's have a look. Tyrone says he doesn't think Mino suits Amorim's system. The club should have allowed him a loan move. Feel for him. He's definitely not going to the World Cup. In a better system, possession-based team, he'd thrive. Yeah, I'm kind of with that. Sanchik comes in, absolute legend. It's Big Sam. The reasons why clubs bring him in. Well, yeah. Look, you need to stabilise football clubs, and you need Premier League, not proven, but you need Premier League nous and knowledge, and Sean Dyche had an abundance of that. And Barbara Halim of 9697 says that Mino would go missing in that game. He's not the right type.
Okay. I have the clip ready. So this is the play before the second goal, and I think we are right after kickoff on 1-1 and still dueling in the midfield. And as I talked about, again we see here Bruno and Elliot Anderson in a header. So the ball comes down here. So just pay attention. And if you see here, Elliot Anderson goes full-heartedly into that duel and wins it. It's not just about winning the header; it's about winning the duel, and this is what he's doing. So Forest are on the run, and again Casemiro gets caught out a little bit, but he recovers well and gets.
I remember this passage of play.
So you see here, he gets connection. So in this instance, Casemiro did quite well, but that was because I think he closed the gap.
Yeah, he closed the gap quite quickly. It slows them down.
So again, as I said, it's a lot about dueling. And
Ahmad is decent as well here. Let's give Ahmad a bit of credit. He's in a decent position as well.
Yeah. So basically, what happens now is Gibbs White running down to the corner of the 18-yard box line, passing it back, and then they cross it over to the other side. So now when the cross comes, I just wanted to show you this because I think this is interesting. Here we go. Take it down and take it up again. We can't be too careful. And you see Luke Shaw is going out here in press.
Yes.
We have Cunha also going out here in press. So we have two Forest players to take care of. So in this instance, I think there's a switch when Cunha and Luke Shaw loses their man marking. So look at this too. Right here in this switch.
Yeah.
Both Cunha and Luke Shaw follows, I think it's Yates in this instance, and they leave the guy out here by himself with no picture, and he's the guy who comes with the cross. So just one move here from Yates drags both Luke Shaw and Cunha out of this area, and they loses the connection on their guy. So again, I think it's a little bit confusing, and they need to do better defensively.
But it starts way deeper, unfortunately. See where Bruno is. See where Bruno is now.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the very beginning and look at his position at the beginning.
No, this is Bruno.
Yeah, but he ended up when the cross comes in, he ends up out here. He ends up out here. If you play it through, watch where Bruno. It's too slow in understanding the free play. If you go right back to
because you want Bruno to be quicker out here.
Well, I need him out there anyway. So if you go back right to the very beginning, you'll see where Bruno was out of position. Keep going all the way to the beginning. Keep going all the way to the beginning. He's out of position. What do you mean? Bruno's out of position.
This is the beginning.
Yeah, if you follow it through.
Well, I can't play all of it. So
when you go back, anyway, Bruno's in the 6 yard, he's about 9 yards in the penalty area. He's out of position. He saw 20. He saw what's his name there? 22. Too late. Look where he is. Where he should have been. If he's where he should have been, it does.
What about Sesko in this instance? Shouldn't Sesko take this role? He's the closest guy.
Anderson.
Yeah, but
Bruno shouldn't. My point
Anderson,
is, but Bruno shouldn't have been there. Is my point. The whole point of this, Bruno shouldn't have been there.
It's too deep.
He's way too deep. Look where he finishes. When the cross comes in, look where Bruno finishes. And that's what I'm getting at. He spotted him too late.
But you see that they overload the side, 3 against 2, and Bruno don't see the overload, and
he doesn't
that's
see the
why.
overload. So he's too late. He's ball watching. That's what the point I was making.
Yeah,
that's where it originally started. But you're absolutely right. Then about both Cunha and Shaw just lose the man. I mean, fucking
they lose the man because of one run here. And for me, I think that's poor defending. That's schoolboy defending, and they should be able to talk in a situation like. But it's a clever move, It's a clever run.
Very clever move. Yeah, very clever move.
But these are the finer details in football, and this is why I love the game and analyzing the game, because you see stuff like this that you don't see in live.
But it's funny where Bruno's position is right now. It's too late. If he's out there, Jarvis, we might at least stump their movement, or stop their movement, or give them a bit more thinking. But we didn't, and Bruno's so annoying.
That's the question. It's not Diallo, it's Luke Shaw and Cunha tracking the same guy, and this is why I think one of the errors leading to the goal.
Yes,
again, yeah,
that is also correct.
Brad
Dingleberry.
Brad
Dingleberry.
Big up, love the name. Let's just look at the cross comes in and the header. So and then he scores. So again, it's
well,
it's
abysmal.
Just one of those, the ball drops down, and we have so many defenders there, but we can't keep our eyes. Who was it? Nico Williams?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Nico Williams.
Yeah. But again, it's not good defending.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
What about Lammens? Could Lammens have saved this, or should he maybe start and getting out and start claiming crosses, or shouldn't he go into a melee?
No, I think he did the right thing by not staying on his line. But I look, the ball shouldn't have dropped, and Savinio shouldn't have scored. Savino shouldn't have scored. Period. It's just one of those. It's terrible. Fucking abysmal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was the Italian guy who scored. Sorry, it wasn't the other centre back. Yeah,
Savino. It's terrible. It was just terrible.
Nicola Savona.
I think he got in front of Diallo, didn't he? It's just fucking abysmal.
And as Belal pointing out, 3 of our centre backs went for the same ball. No communication whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Amorim can't solve this problem without Ineos backing him in January. We need investments, and clearly we see it. We have been flying lately, but I think we are starting to see errors again. I don't like it. Too many errors.
But again, you're in a situation there, Jarvis, where one player, whoever it was, who won the initial header, I muscled 3 or 4 players, and then Savano himself, I'll get off Diallo, has swatted him like a fucking fly. I'd rather, in that situation, Jarvis, I'd rather almost give a spot kick away.
Yeah.
Because you've got a chance of saving a spot kick.
Stu, I wanna show you why we didn't win. And
yes,
this is what Sean Dyche has installed in this Forest. So if you look at this situation, I just play it really quick, and I will give you one look. But look at all the Reds. You play over. Look at how they track back.
Yeah.
And they are really working hard. And at the end of this segment, if you look at it, look how many players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players back.
Yeah.
In just.
That's what I mean. That's why sometimes you've got to give the opposition credit.
So 9 players on the right side of the ball.
9 players in the end, yeah. And 3 on Diallo. But Diallo did quite well here to, release the ball. But I'd like to see Diallo have just.
But this commitment is what wins you football games.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, I'd like to see Diallo motor into the box there, though, pal. To be honest, but anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't always do that.
Who wouldn't? But Diallo is so poor.
Diallo, sorry, I meant not. Did I say Diallo? I meant Diallo.
Yeah. So we had a couple of good chances. We don't have time to show them all. Bruno had one in the post on the rebound. Casemiro missed the open goal, but he was under pressure. In this instance, the only thing I wanna show is.
Where Bruno's shot where he hit the post, Jarvis? That is as average straight as you're going to get, because he had absolutely zero room for error on that. Look at this. Sells is in a brilliant position. He's over to the right-hand side of the goal, and he still didn't get there.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant shot. If you can
It's
look
a
at it
great
one more
shot.
time.
And to be fair, I don't think Casemiro could react quick enough. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Well, I looked at this many times, and for me,
Yeah.
if you see Casemiro here, I think maybe he should just put his foot out and try to get the ball first, and then Murillo would come in and slam him, and you will get a penalty.
Yes. So what you're saying is,
and should put his body on the line in this situation.
You've taken the words right out of my mouth, fella. Move into Murillo, move over slightly to Murillo, block Murillo's version to the ball, and you're right. Yes. All day long. 100%.
But he goes like this and just put his foot out.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, he should have put his body on the line there, and it would be a stone cold penalty right away.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Couldn't agree with you more.
But it's a great block from Murillo. But again, I think he saw the open goal, so he was just focused on scoring. That's the thing.
He always does it at United, doesn't he, Murillo? He wouldn't do it if that was João Pedro or whatever. Murillo gets either a penalty away or Pedro gets in front. But yeah, 100%. I agree with you, pal. Yeah.
So penalty and red potentially, yes.
Yeah, your assessment is correct there. Sean's just asked a quick question. He said, "Is that Dyche getting his tactics in, or just better players? Why did it take so long for us to start doing that under Amorim?" Mixture of both there, Sean. But I tell you, it's a want. A player's got to want to do that. You've got to want to sprint 60 yards, and 9 of them did. So that tells you everything you need to know.
Yes.
Perfect. Another great question here by Jay. Jay says, "What do the tacticos?" I think he's asking the lads and the ladies, what do the tacticos enjoy most about this channel, and what would you like to see more of? Great question. And let us know. Let us know in the comments or
reach out. Let us know. Yes.
Yeah, Mustafa and Jarvis.
And if you need more time to think of it, you can leave a comment in the non-live section after the show. Exactly. Give us feedback how you want to see the show, how you want us to progress, how you want us to delve. You want to see more tactical board, more clips, more guests. Who do you want on? There's so many things. So, I would gladly take some feedback.
Same here. Bilal said pen and potentially red card. Totally agree. Agree. You move yourself as a Jarvis wouldn't have had to do the chop there, ladies and gentlemen, because Jarvis would have positioned himself to the left and was watching Murillo just come and take me out, pal. I want you to take me out. I'm inviting you.
But I'm sure if that was Cunha, for example, on that rebound,
100%,
he would have done it. He would have put his leg in front of Murillo and just
100%
take it. Take his body on the line and get a penalty. So
you're gonna show this superb volley now, aren't you?
Yes. So here we go. It's it's a corner kick. It's
a good header, by the way. That defensive header. It's a good header because he gets it out the area.
But we need to watch this in slow motion.
Fantastic!
It deserves slow motion. Look at his balance and how he takes the shot. His arm straight out.
Yeah.
Counterbalancing.
I love it.
Boom. Clean hit.
Sells had no chance with that. Not a hope in hell. Not a hope in hell. But I want to pay. I want to feel sorry for the defender, Jarvis, because if you push the header up, it's a brilliant defensive header. You can't ask for any more. Get it as far off the. Get it out to the edge of the box. You just can't legislate for that finish.
I think it's Milenkovic here. It's number
30. Yeah, I think he won everything, is he? Fantastic. Yeah. Great. Yeah.
And he was almost standing still. Harry Maguire does that sometimes.
He does. Yeah. That sells, by the way. What views he got of that? He's got 0 view. I mean, he wasn't saving it anyway. Let's be fair. But I also want you to bear in mind what Diallo's got to aim at as well. Diallo's got fuck all to aim at. It's a brilliant strike and a brilliant goal. It's a great footballer. Great football.
Ahmad is starting to grow, on this team, and
slowly but surely, he's starting to see. Look at that. I mean, come on. The keeper's got no hope anyway.
No. But for Ahmad to find the goal, it's just so many players trying to block it, and he still found the goal. So
It's a
brilliant finish.
Great finish.
Yeah.
Morello, by the way, didn't he last season take one off the line? Something similar.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Tosser. Look at him now.
But is he South American, Murillo?
South American, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the Copa America? It'll be in the summer though, won't it?
I can't quite
summer.
remember, but it's a close up, so I can't show this, but I can just click through it, and the save on the line again. The ball goes out to Ahmad, and again Ahmad with his left foot. Look at his balance. It's not a coincidence. He's really good, and he gets his shot off. And the ball bounces actually on the ground first, and then
that's what makes the keeper, isn't it? Yeah.
And here you see, I think it hits his knee.
I think so. Yeah. Fucking Murillo.
There you see Murillo. Yeah. Well, maybe Nico Williams would have saved it on the line because he's right behind him. So
might have done it. Yeah. Yeah.
But again, this was in the 92nd minute. We could have won it, late winner, and I think that would boosted the morale. I think this is games we need to win for us to get into top 4. But getting a point, I'm still okay with it. But yeah,
good goalkeeping by Sells there. He pushed his defender out the way. I don't know if you saw that. He pushed his defender into Cunha, so he got the space himself. Get out of my way. Nice goalkeeping there as well.
Nice. Let's go to man of the match. I'm done with the footage. We can go through more on Monday when I have time to analyze the game.
Yeah, me too. I'll have a lot more time.
Yeah. So give us the contesters for man of the match. I want to make a poll.
There isn't.
For me,
problem is there isn't. So I'm going to go with Luke Shaw.
Yeah, he had a decent game.
I'm going to go with Diallo because he scored. That's where my thinking takes me.
Yeah, you can.
I can't put Cunha in there.
What's the devilish Tico's saying?
They're saying Shaw, Ahmad. Yeah, give us your man of the match, devilish tacticos, because I think this is one of those jobs, isn't it, where you pick a man of the match for the sake of picking a man of the match rather than actually somebody standing out. The real man of the match, I think we both know who that was, and he didn't play in the red and the black of Manchester United today.
Who?
Anderson.
Sorry, Anderson was the man of the match, definitely, but Man United player.
But he didn't play in the black, did he?
I'm just creating the poll.
Yeah, I would probably lean towards Shaw, if I'm being honest.
Okay, let's put Shaw.
I need to look back on it. Can't believe I'm saying.
Casemiro got a goal. I think he had a good game.
I think he played as well as he could today. Yeah.
So we have Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Cunha.
Well, again, I think we're just picking a player to fill 2 spots.
Okay. Yeah, well, I put Ahmad, Casemiro because of the goals and Luke Shaw. I give you 3 options. Ahmad.
Yeah.
Okay. Start a vote and get your votes in. I want to know who's your man of the match.
Man of the match, who is it? Yeah, I'm going Luke Shaw.
Yeah. Sean comes in and say Casemiro is highest rated.
He's highest rated, yeah.
Some of the ratings sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes Diallo gets a 7.5, and we know he's been crap for before 90 minutes. So I don't believe in those. But so far, we have 8 votes in. Shaw 25%, Casemiro 57%, and Ahmad 50%, and. Okay, so
Ahmad will probably get it because of the draw, won't he? You'll probably get it because of the. Well, what a goal, though! What a goal! What a goal! So he gets the winner. You could be shite for 90 minutes and you get man of the match because you score the winning goal. Nothing wrong with that. But what I will say, though, guys, it's good to see that Shaw's getting a bit of praise.
Yeah.
Today.
He's been out of the game for so many years, because of injuries. And I think today it's brilliant. I have some footage. I will show it on Monday when we do how he recovers really well, goes down, how he blocks, his full committing when he plays the game. Fully committing.
Look what we've been robbed of, though, pal.
Yeah.
On his day, look at what we've been robbed of. Such a shame.
It's a shame. Before we end the show, I want to look at the FPL.
Have I moved up?
Tactical Devils FPL League. So we have on top, we have Liam Goes FC.
Yeah,
and the Don FPL and Coolers FC, top 3. If you go a little bit down, you see
where he
14th
is.
place, you have the Maradona legend.
How's it gone to 14?
I took a hit with the -4 this round, 26 points so far. João Pedro scored a goal, and and Raya, Virgil van Dijk. Okay, so I got three players.
You did all right with Virgil. You took a hit with Van der Ven, didn't you? Because wasn't he culpable for?
No, I took a hit with Raya. I took Raya in, and I sold the Chelsea goalkeeper.
Sold the Chelsea goal. Well, I don't surprise. I haven't done anything yet with my team. That's where am I?
Well, let's go back and have a look.
Oh, all right, go back. I like that. Go back.
Yeah, Ahmad, Shaz one. Yeah, let's just go a little bit down. Let's see, where do we have?
Ironbridge All-Stars.
Ironbridge All-Stars.
He's at 23. There he is.
56 points
Good
this round.
So far. I've not finished yet.
No.
Well, I've got Haaland tomorrow. I've got Guimaraes. And I've got Tarkovsky. Cucurella's done me. But when Gabriel Jarvis, he just keeps kicking.
Yes.
He just keeps kicking on.
The gift that keeps giving. So you gotta hope for a Haaland blank tomorrow, and then you will be, I say, top 10,000 with this team in this round.
I think Bruno Guimaraes is strong at the moment.
Yeah,
I think he's quite strong, so I'm doing that. So where am I? 23rd. Have I gone down or I stayed?
Look at your bench. You have Anderson, the Fulham, 6 points. Baleba 3, Pedro 6.
Yeah.
Wow, big bench.
Look, Sander Burns gave me 5.
Yeah, it's good.
Where's Mark? Where's Mark from Monday?
I think we need to go to page 2, to be honest.
It's worth bearing in mind, though, that I missed the first 2 weeks, Jarvis, or the first week.
Sir Wiki, is that Wiki playing 38th place?
Oh, that might be Vicky.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
There we have blind man's pick, Mark Langridge.
Oh, there he is. Langridge. What's his team? He's got
25 points.
But then he's got Donnarumma and he's got Haaland as his skipper.
Yeah, Donnarumma. Well, he hasn't many players, but with 6 points on Timber. Gyökeres scored. So, yeah, he's doing okay. Guehi on the bench, 8 points. Wow.
Is Gyökeres, is he injured now? Or is he on a yellow? Maybe. I don't know what that is.
Let's see. Gyökeres. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
No. But I gotta give it to you, Stu. You started in game week 2, and now you sit 30.
No, 23rd.
23rd. Okay, and climbing.
How many points am I behind you?
506, and I have 516. So you're 10 points behind me.
I could overtake you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, let's see. But I still have my captain left.
He keeps winding me up about Gabriel, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to sub Gabriel. You got to get rid of him. You keep relying on him.
Yeah,
the best
but Arsenal never concedes goals. So yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah. So do you know what? It's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun.
Yes.
I've always been one of these that when I've done an FPL, I've always picked a team and kept it, and I've never changed it. I haven't changed it since week 2 when I
have to change some of them.
Well,
if I can come with some suggestions, maybe Bruno Guimaraes, Bruno G.
I've got him in.
Yeah, you got him, but maybe you should swap him for a play like Mbumo, for example.
Or Tonali.
Yeah, when we need someone, it's goals and assists. That's what gives you points and clean sheets.
Yes, I've got Sander Berge. Well, I'm getting me clean sheets with Raya and Gabriel. Just Gabriel's getting me 20 points a season. Who's the highest scoring defender? I don't know whether you can search for that, but it's got to be Gabriel. It must be.
Yeah, by far, I think it's Gabriel. Yeah,
it's got to be. Yeah,
Van der Ven has actually scored pretty well.
Van der Ven did well for me last week.
Those are the two.
Yeah, he did well for me last week. Van der Ven. Yeah. I kept him because he's quick, but Cucurella's been rubbish for me. I was thinking of getting rid of Cucurella.
Yeah.
And Tarkovsky, I might remove Tarkovsky. I don't know. We'll have a look. Well, I'll get to the top first, and then I'll make a decision.
Okay.
I'm joking. I ain't getting nowhere near the top.
He said confidently. Jay, Obi Cobb's coming in and say, do you get the prize for last place? I'm asking for a friend.
Where are you then, Jay? We'll see where you are, old friend.
Okay, let's go to page 2. Let's go to page 2 and have a look. Give me 2 seconds.
I don't think Jay won't be on page 2. He knows his stuff.
Let's see.
What's your team, Jay?
We have a Joe Buckley's here, 66th place.
Yeah.
Jay United, Dream United, 74th place. Let's have a look at Jay's team.
Jay. Let's have a look at your team.
38 points. He's doing well.
Points this week. So
Calafiori,
Livramento is injured. You haven't taken Livramento out, and he's injured.
Okay, but who's on the bench? You have Chaluba on the bench, so we will get 7 more points. Well, that's good. You're doing well. 38 plus 7, so you are on
Calafiori, Kirkes,
45 points.
Let's have a look. So I would, Jay, if I was you, I'd sell Kirkes. I'd get Kirkes gone. Who's on your bench?
We got to drop Watkins.
I'd move out Kirkes and Watkins, and I'd change your goalkeeper out as well.
Yeah. 8 points on Caicedo and Chalupa.
Yeah, Caicedo's great.
Strong bench.
Yeah, on the bench, yeah. No, it's not the world's worst team.
No, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Boxing Straight Talk, 86th place. John Edmund, Gas Taylor, 90. Gas. Gas is last place, number 90. Big up Gas.
Let's have a look at Gaz's team. Gaza. If you're watching, about only 14 this week. Why is that? Sunderland playing tomorrow. West Ham are playing tomorrow.
Okay. So, I can see why Gas is dead last.
Yeah, me too. Unlucky, Gas. Keep going. Come on. Keep going.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
No, don't give up. It's a bit of fun. That's all it is.
What's the FBL code? Let's see. Give me 2 seconds.
Red or Dead 69. Do you want to join the league? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
The FBL code, I will put it in the chat. It's 1WZQ2V. So this is the code. There you go. And take a screenshot now, and then you have the FBL code. 1WZQ2V. Yes. You just need to take the screenshot.
Oh, sorry. I was reading Sean's message. Check out the crossbar challenge. 24.
Yes, the crossbar challenge. Also, Stu, we have a crossbar challenge coming up with Sean. He has a short out right now, challenging you, me, and all the other content creators. And you gotta next time you go with Tipton on practice football training.
Oh, I'll get it filmed.
Do a crossbar challenge, 25 yards, hit the crossbar. Show it to us, your skills.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Yeah, good idea.
You only have one. How many tries?
Well, you only get one try with the crossbar challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it 3?
Well, I don't know. Sean, let us know. 2 weeks. We haven't got to go now for 2 weeks because we're old. We don't play for 2 weeks, but I might take Jakey out and have a look at it. Yeah, definitely. Great fun. My fault. I haven't reached out to Bilal, to Keith, but I will do next week, and we'll try and get him on.
Yes, we need him on. I would love to talk about the referee situation. There's been so many controversial things, and we have the clip so we can show Hackett and let him have his say. Yes, Cantona kicker. Okay, cool. I will look out for it next time.
It's only a bit of, as I say, it's only a bit of
yeah.
Great stuff.
Okay, Jarvis, maybe do a community poll to see what's everyone's contents wise about his channel to help the growth. Yes, that's a good good tip. Big up Jay for coming in.
Community poll, yeah.
Yeah. We are 1 hour 40 minutes into the show. I have a pizza waiting, so I think it's time to end the show.
I've only been in 20 minutes before I jumped straight on. So good win today, but tough game. We got battered by their centre forward today, but really enjoyed it. So I'm going to ache in the morning, old friend.
Yes, you will. But it's just the way it is. But you choose it yourself, so
exactly. I choose to do it. Exactly right.
Big up, Red or Dead 69. I am Titanium. Who else? We have Obi, Jay coming in, Sean, Day 147. Thank you guys. Stian United 1. Thank you for tuning in. See who else do we have? We have this guy, Barbaru Helm. Big up Barbaru Helm. And Brad Dingleberry 4444. Big up. I love that name.
Fantastic.
Jules, all of you guys, sorry if I didn't shout out your name. And I want to thank Sanjeet for the super chats. Came in with 3 super chats today. Thank you, you're a legend. And also Bilal for coming in with the super chat. Thank you. I am Titanium. Excellent guys. You are the best supporting the channel. So we will be back Monday night at 9 p.m. Jarvis's Corner, do a panel debate, and we will talk more about the game. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Stu. Thank you everybody, and we will see you on the next. And by the way, people, if you haven't, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time, and hit that bell notification.
Yes, please.
Yes, and leave a comment in the non-live section and hype and all that jazz. So have a great Saturday night and enjoy, people. Have a good one, and we will see you on the next. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.